What's going on, everybody? 2021 free agency is upon us, and there's some big name receivers who have been let go by their squads and are absolutely candidates to be impact players on new teams. So I'm going to go over some of the receivers as well as for some of them, some teams they may potentially go to. Others I won't really explore that because it's a little harder to tell. But let's start off with Kenny Golladay. Kenny Golladay has been a receiver for the Detroit Lions. He's 6'4", an absolute physical specimen. However, he has been hurt. He does have injury problems, which could hinder his market value. I wrote down 3 teams he may potentially go to. I put the Miami Dolphins, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I put Dallas Cowboys. I put the Dallas Cowboys. Now, let me explain. So, I think if he goes to the Dolphins or the Steelers, it's going to be a long-term contract. It's going to be backloaded because of the lower cap space that is afforded to them this season. But if he goes to the Cowboys, I'm thinking he goes 1-year deal. They make a run with Dak Prescott. Their O-line in Dallas is very much not what it used to be. They need to upgrade it. They're probably going to do that in the draft. Also, for the Dolphins, the only thing that holds me back from him 100% going to the Dolphins is if they decide to get Jamar Chase in the first round, which he's expected to be one of the great receiver prospects, all right? And if they're going to go ahead and get Jamar Chase, there's no way they're going to go for Kenny Golladay. They already have Devontae Parker. It wouldn't really make sense to add another receiver like that. And I know y'all might be thinking that I'm crazy saying Kenny Golladay is going to go to the Cowboys, but the Cowboys always upgrade strength with strength. It is what it is. Gotta call a spade a spade. I wouldn't doubt if Jerry Jones makes that move. Next receiver I'm going to go over, we got T.Y. Hilton. Former receiver for the Colts. Wore number 13, an absolute speedster, but has great route running and great hands to match. I think he's going to go back to the Colts. I actually really want him to go back to the Colts. He's just a great fit for the Colts. He's a great leader, locker room guy. He's a leader of people, It'd be very unfortunate if he leaves. I don't know if there's any personal reasons why he wants to leave, like any issues with the front office or anything. I haven't heard anything along those lines. But if he doesn't go with the Colts, I'm thinking maybe the Saints or the Patriots. The reason I think the Saints is because they just let go of Emmanuel Sanders. And yes, T.Y. Hilton and Emmanuel Sanders are a little similar. However, T.Y. Hilton's much faster, and I think he's just a better receiver overall than Emmanuel Sanders, and is also younger. But T.Y. Hilton, I think this is going to be his last big contract. I think he's expecting big money to come in, and the people who could give it to him is the Patriots, and the Patriots absolutely need a receiver. They re-signed Cam Newton, which was very surprising, to be honest. In my opinion, I was very surprised they re-signed Cam Newton, but they need a receiver. They need someone to catch a football out wide. And T.Y. Hilton could be that guy, and they have the cap space to give him a big contract that he may be asking for. T.Y. Hilton, I hope he doesn't leave the Colts, though. Next receiver I'm going to go over is Will Fuller, and I think this is the belle of the ball right now for the receiving core in free agency, just because when he's playing and healthy, he's an insanely crafty and good receiver. I know he's very fast. He's a burner receiver. And with Deshaun Watson, it was pretty much verticals. But he is absolutely explosive. And he could be what a team needs in order to make that step into contention. So I picked 3 teams for him to go to. I said New Orleans again. But if Drew Brees stays with New Orleans, I don't think Will Fuller would be a great fit. Drew Brees, does he have that? Can he throw that vertical bomb? I don't think so. So maybe not. It depends what Drew Brees does. If Drew Brees retires, it is what it is. If Drew Brees doesn't, I don't see Will Fuller going there. Next, Green Bay. Could you imagine Aaron Rodgers with Devontae Adams and Will Fuller the fifth? I would absolutely lose it. It would be an insane wide receiver tandem to pair with one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And I mean, Green Bay, y'all need a receiver, man. Y'all got Devontae Adams, and then it's Allen Lazard is your number 2. Come on, make that move. Get Will Fuller. As long as he stays healthy, he's going to be worth it. But Green Bay already has problems since Aaron Jones is a free agent. I expect them to try to re-sign him. However, I don't know if they're going to be able to because running backs request for more money than some teams see their value. So you never know what's going to happen there. But Will Fuller to the Packers, I'm thinking it's going to happen. I really believe it's going to happen. And lastly, I put two teams. I put the Eagles, Eagles have no receiving core. That they need someone, man. They need someone, and it's like having a young Deshaun Jackson again. And I put the Cardinals just because the Cardinals poach Texans players like there's nobody's business. So if that happens, it happens. Another key receiver we could talk about, Juju Smith-Schuster. He's only 25. Juju's only 25. He's a very young receiver. He's very talented. However, his social media has gotten him in a lot of trouble, and that's why I think the Steelers have decided to part ways. Juju he's an over the middle. He's a big body receiver. He's not a burner. He's kind of compare him to like Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams. He's not going to outrun people on streaks. However, across the field, drags, ins, outs, even he's a very good receiver that can take a hit, and he's tough. He'll block. So he has a very good skill set. It's just it's the off the field. Does it make teams a little hesitant to sign Juju Smith-Schuster? And I think it does, and I think that's evidenced by what happened with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh don't really got receivers. They got Chase Claypool. That's it. So to let go of Juju, I'm very surprised, but they felt like it was a decision they had to make. Another receiver that's on here, Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown played for Tampa Bay last year. He played pretty well. He played pretty well when he joined the team. He got about 500 yards and 6 touchdowns roughly. So he still got it. He still can be a top receiver. And this is with number 3 receiver targets. So I think he showed enough good behavior for a team to take a chance. It's going to be a 1-year deal. I don't see anyone signing him long term. It's going to most likely be a 1-year deal. I'm thinking in like I'm not going to talk money. I'm not thinking it's going to be a barn burner, you know? It's going to be a mid-level deal. Maybe. No, Green Bay wouldn't take a chance on Antonio Brown. It's not a glamorous place to go for Antonio Brown. Maybe, what teams would he go to? Seattle, but Russell Wilson looks like he's going to leave. Houston, but Deshaun looks like he's going to leave. It's hard to find a place for Antonio Brown, and I cannot see him going to Steelers. Maybe Philadelphia. I can see him going to Philadelphia. Philadelphia will take a chance on him. But Antonio Brown, he's a very good receiver that you're not going to spend a ton of money on. So I wouldn't doubt a team taking a chance on him. Next, I got Curtis Samuel. Played for Carolina for 3 years. He's very good. He's a very crafty receiver. He's very agile. He's very athletic. He can definitely make a receiving core better and not for like an extreme amount of money. So he's definitely an interesting option. Some other players I have on here that I'm not going to really go into depth on. Emmanuel Sanders, he's aging. It's a lot harder for him to find a great contract, especially with his stint in New Orleans not being as productive as you would have liked. Corey Davis, he's a very young receiver who played for Tennessee. He just gets hurt. And if you get hurt, it's hard to justify paying you big bucks. AJ Green, he's been injured a lot. And he doesn't look like AJ Green of old. If he can be AJ Green of old, I wouldn't doubt a lot of people would spend a lot of money on him. However, he just hasn't shown that he's been able to. He's looked slower. He looked like he can't get open. So it's kind of rough for AJ Green right now. Sammy Watkins, injuries again. A lot of these players are just injuries. John Brown, John Ross, absolute speedsters. However, can't be on the field. You can't be a speedster if you're not on the field. And these are some of my 2021 wide receiver free agents. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe. It's been your boy Bombza, and see ya.